Hello Jeanette, hello Margaret, Dawn, Kathy, and is it a different Margaret or the same one? Margaret Griffith. Hi everyone. So tonight, as the description has said, I'll just go through the elements that we're using. The good old Pinewoods dies, together with the In the Pines stamp set, and also a couple of greetings from Seaside Notions. I'm using the Happy Birthday and the Here's to You on one of the cards, okay? So first off, I'm going to do something a little bit differently with our embossing folders. Oh, but firstly, I'm going to show you how I coloured these trees. I'm going to do them now so that hopefully they'll dry. Don't need that. Hopefully they'll dry. Actually, what I forgot was a little bit of paper towel. Just bear with me. Oh, and my inks. Just got to grab my inks from over here. Mossy Meadow and shaded spruce. Did I? No, I don't need that. Only apple. Okay, I thought I was only using the blends, but I'm using these as well. Now, let me think about what I did. I'm just going to get those ribbons out the road because I don't want to get ink all over them. So what I did was, let's put a bit of Granny Apple Green there. And a bit of Mossy Meadow here. You don't need much of each. I just find that an easier, hopefully less messy way to do that. Now where's my little spritzer? Actually going to spritz the trees as well. We won't use them, well, we might use these ones. If they're dry enough, we will. I've got some that I prepared earlier in case they don't. So this was just a quick little way that I thought of to colour these trees sort of randomly. So seeing if you can read the screen there, am I? Yep, by the looks I am. So all I did was kind of wipe it through there, and then I just want a little bit of dark there. You probably don't need as much ink as this, you definitely don't. I just want to leave a little bit of, just adds a bit of interest if you've got a little bit of white. So I think that might be enough for that one. Just again, just wipe him through there a bit. Probably got not enough white space on this one, but just to show you how he's curled up, he's not going where I want him. I just want a bit of dark green on the top, and he's not cooperating. There we go. Now we've probably got too much. Never mind. I think, did I spray these before I did this? And you can just do whatever you fancy, really. I haven't left any white space on that one either. But anyway, that's how I did my trees. Just wipe that off. Make sure it hasn't got any ink on it. And we'll just pop that whole thing over here. So don't put my fingers in ink. Just give my fingers a bit of a wipe. And now we're going to emboss using, where are we? Let's get my little pack here. This is champagne foil. I hadn't actually forgotten about it. I had thought that it was retired, but I was looking through the catalogue the other day and I thought, why did I think that was retired? I could have been using that for a lot of the Christmas ones anyway. So I have got quite a bit of this. So you want to make sure, particularly when you're doing it with the foil, you don't want to waste your foil, that you've got it on the side with the Stampin' Up on it, okay? And with the new cutting and embossing machine, you want to have, just be aware that the platform doesn't fit exactly in there. There's a little bit of give, which I'm finding a bit hard to get used to, because if I haven't got it lined up quite right, it sort of sticks there and it won't go through. But I'm wondering, because there's a few dies that stick out, you'll know what I mean, stick out from the edge, and I'm wondering if they've done that on purpose just to give you a little bit of extra leeway and not wreck your dies with going through there. Now you could either put that on that line there. I've chosen to put it here because I want those two big trees, okay? And don't worry about the edge of my folder. I've chewed up. I did that with my other old Big Shot. I chewed that up somehow or other because I didn't have it straight. Well, I think I did it with the old machine. Maybe I did it with this. No, I don't think I did it with this one. And that probably wouldn't have happened with this one because you've got that extra leeway. Bang, crash. Just pop that over here because I'm going to use it for the second card as well. Now what I did was I took I think it was Linda Dalkey, did some colouring. Can you see what I'm doing here? Just on where you've embossed this, and because these are alcohol markers, it doesn't come off, it stays. Had to experiment a little bit with different colours. What did I do with the... I had another one that I did in Bermuda Bay. I just grabbed that. If I could put it over here. This was the one that I was going to do tonight, and I decided I'd had enough of Bermuda Bay. I would like to try a different colour, so I won't be doing that one tonight, but that's the same sort of idea, and that's Bermuda Bay. Some of the lighter coloured blends won't show on your foil. I just had to go through. I had a scrap and I just went through to see what I could use. The what colour was it? The Old Olive. It was giving like a more of a yellow green look, and I wasn't happy with that, so I thought I'd ditch that one. See, this isn't true. That's what the granny apple green looks like. So it sort of comes up a little bit different in colour. Looks more probably like Old Olive when you put it on the champagne. Probably give a similar look on the silver. We're going to do another one with silver and what have I used? Shaded spruce. And once I'd done this bit, I was sitting there having my cup of tea after lunch, and I was wondering what it would look like with some highlights, and then I wondered what colour I could use. So what I did was, and don't be frightened if you're going to try this, just try with, I know it's a whole piece of foil, a whole card front of foil that you're potentially wasting, but what I did was I just picked up some little areas here. And then if there was some areas that I wasn't happy with, I just went over with my granny apple green and blended it in, and that got rid of it. It just gave it some extra little highlights. And it's so shiny in the light here that it's a bit hard for me to even see. So just sort of just touch it. Put little highlights here, there and everywhere. Don't be too fussy, just kind of put it wherever you like. And I probably don't want that there, so I'll show you what I did. So you're not happy with these bits here, so just go over them again, and it kind of blends them in, wipes them all away, whatever, gives a good look. So there we go. So then you've got that. Oh, I need to get rid of that bit there too. That's a bit of a... Not just go... Just play with it till you're happy. Yeah, that looks all right. Now I have some trees that I prepared earlier. So... in those colours as well. So I've got them, and I've got this bump that I did with where is it? With the dies, similar to your Christmas class, guys. Where is everyone? Hello, Maxine. Hello, Leanne. Which card do you... Margaret. This one, was it? Do you want me to hold it up? I'll just see how that goes. Sorry, I was concentrating on getting the card together and I didn't see your comment till just now, Margaret. Is that what you mean? No worries. So I've done that with Bermuda Bay, and this is all Bermuda Bay. I haven't done the two tones on that. I only just thought of that today. And I've done those silver onto Coastal Cabana. And it looks like I've done Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana on there. Or you could stamp off Bermuda Bay and just done them like that. Because I did think they were too... the big trees were too small. And then I thought, well, if I turn it around and do it that way, it'll be better for me. So I might just pop that away because I'm inclined to get ink all over everything if I don't put things away. So, yeah, so this is how this one evolved. I just grabbed, I might have to cut a bit more off that, will I? Where's my other one? No, I didn't want to. I can move that up. Decided after my second card that I'd just use dimensionals to stick these on. Then I can pop the trees down underneath without them being stopped. I used the New Butte glue on my second card and then I couldn't poke the trees down. So I just want to do a happy birthday on here. Forget how to open them when I've been using the newer ones in my room. When I come out here to these ones, I forget how it all works. That's pretty straight. Sure, I've got ink on there. And yeah, we'll come down this way a bit. Hopefully I've left it big enough. Wide enough. Yep, plenty wide enough. While I've got the ink open, I might just do the inside greening. Here's to you. Which is from the stamp set I showed you before, which is Seaside Notions. Hopefully that's straight. No, that's not straight. I did eventually get it straight. I think I've just got to, yeah, just got to go by the bottom of the stamp because I've got my label on a little bit crooked. Hopefully that's straight. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now, where did the envelope go? Oh, it's here. Get all our stamping done. Then I can clean those ones. Just do our trees. Oops, I've got, where's my baby wipe? Don't you hate it when you just get ink on the top of your block, and then you can potentially transfer it to your card if you're not careful. I just did the insides of the trees with granny apples stamped off. That is granny apple. Looked a bit of a strange colour. Oh, see, I'm just inky. Get ink. It's from that block. It's got to be careful with these. I don't know what I'm going to do with that envelope. I'll have to have something over it. Not quite sure what. A jolly nuisance when that happens, isn't it? Let's grab these back and clean these so I'm not putting ink everywhere. That's pretty much it for stamp. Oh, I've got to do the inside of the other card when we get to that too. Okay, so then I'll decide where I want that, and I want it way up there. But maybe I want it up a fraction. Not too high though. Let's come down a little bit. Almost where I was in the beginning, aren't I? Yeah, I think that'll do. Actually, how am I going to stick that? Because it's going on to embossing, I need something strong, so I'm going to use the tear and tape with this. Thinking I might want it just up a little bit. I won't press that down too hard in case I change my mind. No, I don't reckon I want that big sharp dip there. Yeah, that's all right. But what I want here is some dimensionals so that I can still get my trees down there if I need to. I put one down there and one perhaps there, hopefully. So I want that. Like that. Got our dimensional sticking out halfway, but that's okay. I can just chop that one off. And this is the bit I didn't want. Chop him off too. Now I made a little, wasn't quite sure what to do there. Where to put my trees. So I think one tree might go there and one tree there. Should be all good. Grab my glue dots. No worries, Di. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Joslab. Now, where's my little pokey thing gone? Yeah. Again, I didn't have any of our sticky stuff. Well, I've got some, but because I watercoloured and messed around, I didn't have it on the back. I don't know how you'd go if you had it on the back of there. Anyway, I didn't bother. I just thought I'll use whatever to stick it with. Glue dots work pretty well. Less messing around. One there. Put a couple more. I was going to use dimensionals, but they were the little ones that were showing a bit through the holes in the tree, so I decided against that. And I want him to stick down, don't want the corners to flip out, do we? I want one just right on the tip, perhaps. Or have I got one there? No. So I reckon he can go. So I would have liked a bit more white there. It sort of spread a bit. Anyway, that's okay. I don't want him up too high above those trees, but I do want him to have a little bit of a trunk. And where do I want that one? I could put him on the hill. You can put him wherever you like. Don't know if I want him on the hill. Where do I want him? No, maybe in there. Yep, maybe in there. Come on, I'm stuck to my pokey tool. And one there. Oh, stuck to my finger. Got a mind of their own sometimes, don't they? Oops. Let's put a couple more at the sides and we should be all good. Oh. If I can get them to come off me. Oh, I might put one there. That might do. I've worked out where I want him, which is about here. And you can see with more white to him, he would have been better. But anyway, we'll work with what we've got. I don't think the other ones would be dry. Ooh, a big long tail on my glue dots, isn't it? Now, I've got my little bow tied, but I did bring out the things I used to do it just to show you how I did it. I won't do another one because it's a little bit fiddly. It takes a little bit of... What I did was it was around 3 fingers. I just went around and around. I tried a little tiny bow and I wasn't happy. Thought, no, it needs something bigger, but I don't want just a big bow, so I decided this was what I wanted. Then I grabbed my tweezers that snap everything or hold everything together, and then I just went around. I'm not going to do it because I've already got one done. Just went around there with my gold, what's it called? The Evergreen, no, not Evergreen, the green paper, that set. This gold trim comes with that set. It comes with a vanilla ribbon as well. So that's how I did that. Just so you know. and I was really happy with how it looked. And I don't know, you could probably give it to a lady as well. Oh, I haven't got that very tight, have I? It's going to fall off there. Now, might just scriffle it up and put a glue dot there. Hopefully it'll be okay. The other one's okay, I think. I don't have that problem with it. It's a bit hard to get that to all pull tight. But if I pop a glue dot on the back of it, it shouldn't move. Bit of luck. I just don't want to cover up my happy birthday. And then you can fray out your ends of your gold trim as well. Just putting those back. Otherwise, if I don't, they'll be on the desk, and I won't be able to find them, will I? Just going to pop my inside in as well first. You could make this into a sympathy card easily. Now I'm going to use the old trick with the tape with this and only half put it on, because as you know how I struggle with getting things straight sometimes. So this gives me a bit of insurance. And when you don't want to cut it with scissors, you can, if you make sure, oops, that your finger is pressed down firmly and then tear it off. Going a bit crooked there, but that's all right. No one's going to see crooked tape, are they? Well, hopefully not. Use your little pokey tool to get it off a little bit till you make sure it's straight, and then you can pull the whole thing off. Just fold your end of your tape in there so it's not showing. Now the tricky bit, getting it straight, which is what I struggle with. Oh, I can see the end of that too. No, it doesn't. Probably does matter, because that's not going to be able to get in there to get that off, am I? Just take that off there. Okay, make sure it's up the right way. Be very disastrous if I had it up the wrong way, wouldn't it? I had about 3 goes of my other one I did like this, would you believe? Yeah, you would believe, because you know how silly I am. Yeah, that looks all right first go. I shouldn't have told you that. I should have pretended I was smart, shouldn't I? And just grab, oh, where is it? Where's my other bit of, oh, here it is. Mightn't be so smart. It might move now because I haven't pulled that down probably enough. Have I? Don't you move on me. No, it's all good. Now on my other one, I put some of these gold. You get them in a packet, gold and silver, but they're not sort of, only because the other, I love the gilded ones, but they're rather large, and these were just little. And I also had out, I found these, and I wondered how they would go on the second card. So just going to see what these look like. And I think these were the peacock ones that are deleted. And I've got a bit of a mark there, so I'm going to put that there. That tells me where to put that. That one there. And that one there. So you could use either one. Just use whatever you have. And there we go. There's that one. And that one. I'll have to do something about that envelope, won't I? That goes with that one. I'll leave those out till we finish. And then I did another one. A little bit differently. This one, it's got no watercolouring in it. Just embossing it just the same and colouring it similar. Not the same, but similar. I might line it up at this line this time, see the difference if there is any. Probably not. Just got to make sure you don't move that and have crooked trees. I suppose we could tell them that they were blowing in the wind, couldn't we? And try and straighten that up so it doesn't move. Oh, Jeanette, you've got your new machine. How do you like it? Oh, see, I'm crooked. I'm crooked a lot when I try and go through then I can't go through because I'm on an angle, which annoys me a little. That's because I'm used to the other one. So then with this one, we didn't use those. I used shaded spruce, same thing. Same but different, and use the side of your blend, don't use the tip as always, otherwise you'll have it all bent and broken. Well, not broken, but it'll be all bent and it won't be much use to you. So this is really quick. And because there's no watercolouring with this one, and no stamping on the front either, it's even quicker. So this one, you'll have to tell me what you think this card should be for. I've got a little mark on there. That's where the dimensional, the rhinestone will go, isn't it? Love this, so quick. And easy and simple. I probably better start playing with something else next week. You guys will be sick of this folder and this in the trees, in the pines. I told you I love trees. Yeah, I just do need to play with some other things that I've got. So I just did that, and I might not be finished with that yet. Then I went in with the Pretty Peacock and did some little accents on this one. And again, if you don't like them, you can go over them with your shaded spruce and they'll disappear. Just kind of touch it, just a few highlights. You don't worry about too much down the bottom because you can't see that. And where you don't like it, probably don't like that, you can just do that and it blends it in and makes that bit a bit darker. Okay? I'm no artist, so you guys probably do a better job than me. A little bit bluey looking there. Maybe we need to just fix those ones up there a little bit. I've got much colour up the top. And maybe just put a hint of the peacock up the top as well. Now, what do I do for this one? Oh, we've got Silver Bumps, Silver Hills, which was using the I did not have to explain before, using the bumps and the straight one out of here. I think I did say that before, didn't I? But this time, I was going to see where that sits. We're not going to have a greeting. And you can tell me whether you think this one should be a Christmas card, a birthday card, or a sympathy card. Pick that up. Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm just gonna, as before, where's my tape? Just gonna put a bit down the bottom of this so as I can poke my trees down it. Now it's sticking me up. Just wondering, because that is misbehaving. I just want, this is why I like the runner tapes, getting it just in the right spot. And when you go to tear that off, it won't happen. Hopefully that will be on the right spot. Now, should use your bone folder to press that down, but never mind. It's okay. Anyone talking to me? Oh, you've been busy. Yes, I saw your little modelling trick today. Well done. Di'll be excited to be able to open again. Well, I suppose she's been open, I guess. But things are looking up. Hopefully, as long as these Melbourne people don't try and sneak up here. It's a little smidgy narrower, I think that was. Never mind. Doesn't matter. And that one, let's put some dimensionals down the bottom again so that I can sneak my trees in there if I need to. Probably gone off the side then. I didn't need that one, did I? Wasting them. I might come, where's that one? It's going to go over that edge a bit too, but we won't. Because if we've got that, you won't cut it off with that. It just won't work. Yeah, that's okay. Now our trees, so this time we've got silver trees because green just wasn't gonna look any good. Can't have it on that hill because it's gonna, if you didn't have those trees behind, of course you could have it on the hill like that. You could have that one on the hill like that, but to me it looks a bit silly. So we'll just pop him there. Persevere with me while I put some glue dots on there again. I should have done that with the sticky on the back, shouldn't I? Oh, get off. I need you in a minute. Just roll him into a ball. that's no good, Margaret. Yeah. Now, I think we're all in the same boat a bit with our grandkids. Mine lives in town and I haven't seen her since, well, she was meant to come for dinner before we went into lockdown this last time, because she's at university at Deakin in Geelong, but she was there for 2 weeks, her first year, and she's been home ever since doing it online. So anyway, she had migraine and she couldn't come the night before, so I haven't seen her since for 6 weeks. I suppose that's not a lifetime, but when she's so close, and you still can't really do anything because you've got to make these. I understand why we've got to have bubbles. I know it's to track where where the virus started and whatever, but it doesn't really give you any more freedom because you can't see anyone that's not in your bubble. I guess most people will want their kids and their grandkids in their bubble, so where does that leave friends? It's a bit silly really, because you can go and sit with 10 friends at a restaurant and have dinner, but you can't have them in your own house. A little bit silly, I think. Anyway, baby steps, I guess. We'll get there eventually. Hopefully we will. It's kind of funny, ironic how they say you can go anywhere you like, but where are you going to go? You can't go visit your friends. Yeah, we put that there. Now what do I do with my other one? It's right here in front of me. It's a dog that'd bite me. Get off my finger. You're stuck to the paper. Doesn't really matter if that one's a bit wider because you can't see it down there anyway. It'll be down underneath the bank. Hopefully I've squished these up enough. Hopefully. These little ones up the top have got to be a bit squished. Oh, my finger. Get off. I did feel one that I hadn't here, up here. You always miss one, don't you? Where are you going to go? Maybe there. And maybe another one. Oh, I've got one on my finger as well, so we might have to have a couple. Now that's awkward. It's on my thumb. I'm all stuck up. Oh, get off. Get off, get off. And you have got to get off my thumb, so you might as well go on the card if you're going to stick to me. There's a middle bit that's wide enough to accommodate you. No, you're not going to go down there because you've got that sticky thing on you, are you? That's better. Gotcha. Gotcha stuck down. I don't need them again. Oh, nearly forgot the ribbon. Oh, where have I gone? I don't know whether I touched that or, here we go. Yeah, I must have just touched it. Anyone talking to me? Christmas card, Dawn? Thanks, Rhonda. Now, I'm just looking at that one and saying, yeah, I think I want the bow over where I've got it on my other card. And of course you don't have to do waste a whole thing of ribbon. Perhaps I won't, because I've made that a bit narrower than my other card, I think. A bit harder, made it a bit harder for myself. I'm always doing that. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Where's my little, I don't know what I'd do without my little tweezers that hold them together. I can't get it under there, there we go. Saves you needing to have two hands, 3 hands I should say. Got 2 hands. Now come through there. Come on. And if you can do it off the roll, as you can see, you can save quite a bit of ribbon. Did I twist that? No, I think that's okay. Where's my little ribbon scissors? Take. I have to go with the card. Put it off there. Put that back. Put that back. Can fuss with that later. I'll just get some tape on the back of here. Straighten that up a bit. It's a bit crooked. It looks like it's a bit crooked on the back. Maybe. That looks better. Does it look okay in the front? Yep. Okay, now I've got my card already folded. Get my tape off. Halfway. Gotcha. Tricky sometimes, isn't it? I don't use tape a lot, but it does have its place. I've got to do my stamping for inside as well yet. That there, that there. If I can press that over to the side, that'll help me a bit. I won't have to fossick as much. And that looks pretty good, I think. Yep, that looks pretty good. And some holiday rhinestones in the shaded spruce. That one's got a dip in it, so that's where that can go. Just there. And what else? Oh, I need to do the stamping for the inside. Oh goodness, and the envelope. Sitting with myself hunched over like that did not help my back at all. Just going to grab my shaded spruce, put that away. Get it. And I'm still not putting a greeting. Anyone else? Dawn says it looks like a Christmas one. Anyone else have an opinion? Make sure I don't get ink on this one, won't I? Who else wipes their hands on their clothes to make sure they haven't got ink everywhere? I've started doing that. If I've got dark clothes on, might be different when summer hits. To be careful, won't we? If you wear light clothes, white ones, you won't want to be wiping your hands on your white clothes. Oh, that didn't pick up the ink, did it? Oh, look at that. Good old baby wipes. These ones are a bit dry. Had them for a while. Oops, sorry. Now don't do it again. I did do it again. There's our inside. And there's our envelope. Making sure I've got no ink on me this time. I'll put the inside bit in. I have got ink on my thumb there. Guess that means I've had fun if I've got ink everywhere, doesn't it? So there's that one. There's my one I did earlier. And there's the other one I did earlier. Okay, what do you think? You like that idea to colour your foil? Thanks, Margaret. So there we go. Wondering if there's any of my, well, there are some of my ladies. Would you be up for another class maybe next weekend? What do you reckon? Let me know. Class next weekend or not? Thanks, I'm getting love hearts. Okay, we'll see you next week. Thanks, Maria. I didn't know you were there. Hello. Okay, see you next week, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.